Hello. Shalom. I'm gonna change my voice. Welcome to episode 8.
To Steel Panther.
Episode 7. I think it's 7, right?
It's 7 now.
Oh, it's gonna be more cringy when you listen to it.
Oh, okay, I know. Welcome to episode 7. We are already 3 shots deep in or whatever.
We're down a member.
But we're here. We're talking about in this episode, the good vibes only episode. We're talking about
Weird
stories
and
slash high school stories slash
educational system.
That educational system.
Sure.
Let's begin. But first, let's take a shot.
Oh. Already?
Already.
Crazy.
Well, we need to catch up on because we haven't drank hella.
Alright. I'm Fernando. I was always a good kid. That's what I.
That's it. That's it. While drinking a shot. Alright, so let's begin.
Introduce.
My
Are we introducing
my name, I
ourselves?
think it's Alfredo.
I think.
I think it's I don't know. I just do this podcast. I don't know why.
It was
You
your
just
idea.
show up.
I just show
Your
up.
idea.
Yeah.
Random people show up to my house. I don't know why.
You came up to me and you were like, "Oh, let's do a podcast." I was like, "Okay."
I know. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But yeah, my name is Alfredo. I reside in here in Lincoln, California. I think I'm 27 years old.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to Maywood Academy High School in Maywood, California, in the LA side. Shout out to Maywoodian Night Hawkins or whatever Night Hawkins.
I think it's just the night.
I know. But yeah, so I went to I graduated in 2010.
You're old.
I am old. It's our 10th year.
Oh,
Supposedly
gross.
Or reunion.
a reunion, but they're not making it. I never signed up for it, but whatever. But yeah. Next is
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going this way, but
No.
okay. Hey, it's Coney Joe. I am from Marysville, California. Went to Marysville High School. Graduated in 04. I'm 11 and I'm a alcoholic.
Hello, Joe.
I'm 11.
But no, yeah, that's where I'm from. So,
Alright.
yeah.
Fernando,
Fernando.
¿cómo
I'm here.
¿Cómo
Not
estás?
here.
So I'm Fernando. I think.
Fernando. Fernando now, or you changed it?
I'm white.
For right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Just for.
So I came here for Mexico from junior year. So I graduated from Lincoln High School, 2013.
I was Sam and I went to high school in Lincoln High School. Graduated 18? Right?
Yeah.
18 or 17?
No, 18.
18. Okay.
Damn, you're old.
Shut up. I was 4 when he graduated.
I'm Lauren, and I graduated from Lincoln High School in 2018. And it's cool because my parents also went there.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, right. Yeah, I found my mom's old student body card from '94.
Oh, nice.
With his big poofy hair.
Nice.
She went there junior and senior, and then my dad went there all 4.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so basically we're just gonna go around and just some story times, more chill vibes this episode.
I was always a good student.
He never did nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong.
I think. Well, I'll start it. I think since middle school I was always a nerdy guy. Even though I sucked at school, I always hang around with the nerdy kids. My friends were all nerdy. I was technically nerdy, but I wasn't, because my grades. I don't know.
You know that it's because you are raver.
Oh, raver.
Raver.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think you were nerdy. You were more introverted in high school. Cause
I'm always introverted, but if I talk to people, then that's...
yeah, but you're more extrovert than I am. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe in high school you were more of an introvert, not so much nerdy. Because you, what was it? The lots.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, so before like my freaking imagine, you know how I always say let's do this and it never happens. That's me. So that's what basically I did to my friends. I'm like it was like 4 groups and we were like emos back then. It was like middle school.
Love your emo self, man.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
And then so we try to do a band, which I never like. You know, I don't do music. Why am I doing a band? And we call ourselves the Lots. The loners on the stairs. and I actually
I love this.
and I actually have a picture and we're all on the stairs. We were just like with our emo hair. It was epic, but
No, you still have that picture.
I think I do. I have to find it. I'll show it to you
Yeah,
guys.
I would like to see that.
I mean, I
Do
pretty
like chain on the freaking pants and everything.
Yeah.
Hot
yeah.
topic.
I mean, I think Simon, if you could pull that picture. I think we were looking at pictures actually right now, and I mean, I was, you know, you could tell I was like that nerdy. I was trying to be like emo, but I'm not. But I was.
But I'm not, and I was.
But this is me in high school. But I was I always liked the library, but I never read.
I like how you're showing pictures of audio
Well,
podcast.
but here, like, you know, so they could see it. I don't know.
Looks
And
like you were in the space program.
Well, yeah, because our middle school was Elena Ochoa, so it was named after the first Latina astronaut, Elena Ochoa, that went to space.
Mexicans went to space.
Well, not Mexican, Latinos. So
I'm racist.
that's racist. But yeah, so like, you know, you could tell that I'm trying to be like him because I colored my hair. You know,
It wasn't the first
so,
time.
So this is me like trying to be emo, but I wasn't. But yeah.
You gonna go through more, or what's going on?
No, just this one.
No, I want to see that.
Oh, okay. But I
Why
think
can't
wanna
we
see
see
your
the
past.
rest?
okay.
I want to see
Hey, why
I
can't?
want to laugh.
Hey, why can't this be a podcast about the,
Like-
the whole picture?
Well, I mean, it was memory, so yeah. So I think
laugh for you.
I think my whole like high school was just, you know, my friends, like it was a new school, a new high school, so everybody from that high school got along, even though like separate whatever sections you have your punks or whatever, everybody got along. You know, I had a great group of friends, so I had a good time, you know.
So where are they now?
They're scattered everywhere.
They always-
I know. I still talk to some of my friends. Even from like middle school, I talk to them. I actually talked to my friend today. You know, so I mean, I had a good time actually. That was Mexico, Los Chivas. Siempre.
Yeah, that's what you Chivas. Like,
I'm a Chiva fan forever. Sorry. But yeah, I think that was, you know, I think I had a good actually high school because the people that I used to hang around with. We always used to go to the beaches because Long Beach was like 20 minutes away. So $5 you could go anywhere in LA. So we used to go to Long Beach. We used to go to the City Walk. Just the Boulevard Burgers. That was our. You know, we still have our shirt there.
I went there recently and they did have it.
The champion
Yeah,
shirt.
freaking it was awesome.
I was in a club, in the after school club, so I was hella nerdy. But I think for me it was a good experience. You know, I would probably go back. If you say like if you would go back, hell yeah, because I had fun.
You wouldn't do anything differently?
I would, some things I would, but as in like friends and stuff, I think it was awesome. So I would not change that.
You know what, dude? I think we should incorporate something one of these days to the podcast where we just dedicate like 15 minutes to where like you interview somebody in the group.
Oh,
And
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like ask him personal stuff and it just, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be cool.
That'd be good. Yeah.
you want to do like the polar opposite of me now? I hated school.
Yeah,
Hang on. Kill some time. I need to go take a drink because
Yeah.
I am.
So you need some whiskey for this. Gotcha.
No, I need some soda. I'm staying sober, my friend.
Okay.
So apart with that,
But before you were white.
I know that was my best friend. That was like one of my best friends. He was 7 feet like
I
that.
remember him.
Robert. Yeah, Robert Maxey.
7 feet. Oh.
Well, I would make that maybe 6 feet. But, you know,
He was tall.
he was hella tall. He was part of the Lots. The loners of the Lots. For real.
Loners on the
Loners on the
stairs.
stairs.
Jesus Christ.
So it. I mean, I had a pretty good time.
Hey, but
at
was this
school.
just like a band, or was it like
It was
an
a
actual
band.
band?
No, it was a band, but we never did anything. We just
Oh.
took a picture, just one,
Mm.
and that was it.
Well, I like it, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
if we ever do start a real band and like we start singing and doing tours and stuff, that would be a good name.
The Loners of the Stairs. Yeah, the Lots.
Yeah, the Lots.
Yeah.
I love that name, dude.
The Lots.
I'm so down with that name, dude. I'd get it tatted if I could.
The Lots. And I actually had the logo and everything, so
You
it was.
did have the logo in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so I think my experience in in school, it was good. The educational side. Now going back to that, it probably kind of sucked, but it's what it is, I guess, in LA and everything. I think teachers should get paid hella more, like
Hella
way
more?
hella more. Well,
That's a bad name.
because they should, and like they're basically like taking care of your own kid and trying to like make them
A good
explore the world, or a good person explore the world, everything. So I think for me, teachers should be the ones that should get paid the best in America.
I agree,
Not
but
just America.
Well, yeah, not just, but we're focusing on America.
I agree. But as long as they don't teach political views or religious views to our kids,
Why not?
because it's like, well, dude, it's like, why would you want somebody molding your kid's brain? What if it's something racist
Mhm.
that they're trying to put in there?
For me, I'm like, yeah, I understand, but I think they should not focus just on one religion, whatever, but they should explore everything. For we were talking right now about the whole flag and why we're not doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
We're
Yeah.
recording this right after episode 6. What was it?
6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah,
the
so-
racism.
Yeah.
So they don't do anymore because religion?
Because
When
when you say the nation under God, so not everybody believes in God. So that's why they're like, no, we
They
can't do
took
this.
it out?
They took
I was saying that every day!
no,
Me
but
too.
no, they didn't take that part, but they don't do that anymore.
That's what I meant. I was like, I was still made to do that. It's like
Every
8 in the
day.
morning and I'm not trying to stand up for like, I don't know.
Well, you see, that's where it's another
that was the
topic.
first thing I learned in English.
under God.
The Pledge of
Oh, the Pledge of Allegiance. So I think in some ways you have to teach everybody like different religions, but not just focus on one.
All I gotta say to that is like, it goes back to the thing. It's like, dude, this is America. It's all the Pledge of Allegiance is America as fuck as you can get.
Mm-hmm,
And when you're not allowing it in schools anymore, it's like, what does that tell you? Are you anti-American?
yeah.
Like I said, dude, it's like there's a lot of things I don't agree with, but it's like
But
at the
it
end of the
is,
day,
yeah.
we're still here.
Yeah, and I go for that because I'm like, I think they should not take that away.
Yeah.
Because if you see, like, I don't know about Mexico, but I know, like, my mom always says, oh, we have the first of the month or whatever, and the person with the highest grade gets to hold the flag, and they march with the whole anthem. They should do that here too, and like, we used to do that, but not anymore.
It teaches, honestly, I think it teaches your kids a little, like, discipline and just respect.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
So how was your school
No,
and childhood or memories or anything?
my childhood memories in school were awesome, all the way from like kindergarten to just when I hit when I hit 6th grade. That's when it all started going downhill. It's getting into the gangs and all that other stuff, and then like it all ended when it's like 6th or 8th grade. It's like hanging out with a whole bunch of like Mexicans. And just banging. With your own race, you're over there, throwing your set and all this stuff. Bless you. Thinking you're on top of the world, and then you hit 9th grade, and all these little kids you used to punk are now football players who are like freaking 6 foot, and you're still 4'4". So it's like that really humbles you, and you're like, yeah, maybe gangsterism ain't for me. So it's like after that I started getting into the whole, like the rockero scene and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, dude, I've been all through fads and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it's like, honestly, I wouldn't go back. It's like, even if I could redo it, it's all like, it was horrible. I wouldn't do it.
For me, it was good. Like I'd say that I was a good kid. Always.
Never did nothing wrong.
Never did no. I was a good kid. Every ace. Everything.
Really. Really.
Tell me about these.
Tell me about that.
Oh God.
But how was your childhood? Or
Like very good, man. Like I really enjoyed
you had
it.
fun.
Yeah.
What do
Yes, a lot.
Hubiera sido como ahorita vas antes? Like, would you go
Yeah,
back
I
again?
will go back. Yeah. More in Mexico. You
Okay.
know? Yeah.
So what's the difference between like the childhood from here that you see now than from Mexico?
I think for me, like it changed. Like I had already my friends over there, and right here when I get here, like no English for me was like really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't express myself. Like no podía hablar lo que yo quería. Like todo eso. Like yes. That's why I did like it, but not like the way I wanted.
Back
yeah.
home.
Yeah, I prefer back home. Yeah.
Y piensas que como los niños ahorita, como la juventud de ellos y de allá en México, what's the difference? Like, ¿qué es la diferencia?
What is the difference between the youth in America and the youth in Mexico? Is what he asked.
Primo, you know.
Yeah.
Primo can explain for me.
Well, over there it's different. I mean, for starters, school hours, there's like shifts at work. Some get to go in the morning, others get to go in the afternoon until like nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Was,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I wasn't there.
And then
I was from 1 to 7 p.m.
Oh,
yeah.
basically right now, like in coffee.
Yeah.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But also just over there was no free lunch. It's all like if you had money,
Yeah.
if your family could afford food, you ate that day there. If not, you didn't. There wasn't free lunches or anything like that.
So not like here, like we have
No.
that whole program that
Even
get tickets.
you have to pay
I
for
remember
water.
tickets.
Yeah.
To drink water, you need to pay like
Okay.
Yeah, very different, dude. And it's like, to this day, it's like, that brings up another point. It's like, water shouldn't belong to anybody, dude. Water should be free.
Mm-hmm.
Water's the source of life. It's like, why do we have to pay for it?
Yeah. I think that goes back to like the whole education system, like how it's different in Mexico and here. You know, like here, I think we take everything for granted. You know, like back then we had tickets, you know, for lunches.
You say granite?
Granite, like Granite Bay.
It's granted.
No, like I'm saying Granite Bay.
Yeah, it's called
I
Granted
know.
Bay.
Granite Bay. But yeah, like you know, we take.
I killed a frog there.
I remember that.
What?
No,
yeah.
no, I'm lying. No frogs were harmed in
No,
the making of this video or podcast.
Or podcast. But yeah, like you know how you guys said, and before it was funny going back to like going back to me in high school, but like I used to be in the after school club, and I used to love the freaking the peanut butter sandwiches, the smokers,
Yo.
or the coffee cakes.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, so
Honey
like,
buns were my shit.
honey bun. Oh.
Honey buns. But
And then like you know you have this thing like this form like hey you know you have technically the right to get a food because you're after school whatever, but then all this food that goes to waste, it goes in the trash. So what we're trying to do as an after school club, we're like hey, let's sign up everybody and then we'll take it and we'll give it to people that don't have food, you know. But it's like we take that for granted, like in Mexico, like you know we just throw away food to waste, and then you guys have to pay, or people don't even eat, you know.
yeah, but then if you try to give it out to the homeless people, you can get arrested.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like stupid.
It is stupid. Yeah, that's why we had to like sign somebody else's name that we knew they go there, but they were not there at the same time. So we're like, okay, this person was technically here, but not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so to get that food, and you know, to give it to somebody that homeless, or we see people that you know around in the high school. So it's just different, you know, how you guys were saying.
Yeah.
You know? It's just crazy. I didn't know that about Mexico.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then I mean bullying over there, no joke, every day. But you don't see the same rallying. Maybe more now, but back in the day, bullying was bullying. No, there was no anti-bullying movement and stuff, and it's like back then you had to handle your own, or just deal with it.
So there was no like Rosa de Guadalupe, like.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That doesn't.
I know.
That's why over there you had to have your rundown, to watch your back. It's all because okay, if we're getting beat up today, we're all gonna fight.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
You guys?
I hated school. It was disgusting. I hate the place. I flip it off every time we drive by there. We drove by there today and I flipped it off. I hate it so much. I nearly didn't graduate because I was so tired of it. But the thing I was going to say before the podcast started is senior year, right? I go and I like starting to ditch classes. I'm like, I hate this place. I don't like it. I don't know why I didn't ditch earlier, like a year earlier or something like that. I don't know why I'm ditching senior year.
I never ditch.
I ditched a lot.
What?
I ditched once, but I told my mom I'm gonna be ditching today.
Yeah, it's
so.
senior ditch day.
Yeah, senior ditch
Can you
day.
go home?
Huh?
Can you go home?
I am home.
Oh.
Okay, go.
But yeah, freaking I ditched like a month. But I'm not a bad kid. Like I got detention not because I was a bad kid, because I was late like 10 times, which is stupid. You shouldn't be late to school, or you shouldn't get detention
you should not be late.
Well, you shouldn't be late for school, but they shouldn't freaking make it so early, you know? They got people have jobs and it's not only is like people have jobs and they have to freaking drop off kids and then freaking rush to work. It sucks because, you know, these kids all have like extracurricular activities. They have freaking things outside of school that they need to do or want to do, and then they still have to do homework. I hate homework. And then like they're like, oh, you should just sleep early. It's like, no, I have an essay to do. Essay?
Just not sexually.
It's just not sexual.
Okay.
Never do my essays. And it sucks. That's why I hated school so much. I had decent grades. I had like A's and B's and stuff like that.
Those are not decent. Those are higher grades.
No, a high
for
grade
me, decent is a C or a D.
Yeah, for you. But like everybody was like, oh, I don't know. I set the bar kind of high for myself because they were like, oh, you're a gifted kid. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can just do math quickly, maybe in like 4th grade, and that was it.
That's technically being kind of low-key gifted.
Is it?
Well, because, yeah.
You should be able to do... That should be like a standard, you know what I mean?
Well,
and if you can't, it's fine if you can just do math, you know what I mean? It's like, it's fine, whatever. We have calculators. It's not like freaking the teachers lied to us and they're like, we're never going to have a calculator in real life.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had decent grades. For me, A's and B's are decent. A's are good grades. A pluses are amazing grades. You know what I mean? So I had decent grades. C's here and there, all mostly A and B's. But I started ditching because it's like, I hate this so much. I ditched for like a month. They kept calling my mom, and I was like, oh, it's fine, it's because I was late, don't worry about it. And freaking then they found out, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, and then I got caught, and then they were like, you have an option, you have to, surprisingly, you've missed a month, your grades haven't dropped a single bit. I was like, what do you mean they haven't dropped a single bit? They're like, you can come back right now. And I was like, and they're like, or you could just do like homeschool or something like that. I was like, I'll do that one. And yeah, I did that one. And that's when I started working at Panda Express, which also sucked. And then, freaking, oh, sorry, hang on. The part I want to get to is that they make you check in at least like once a week to see how you're doing. Every week I would go and they're like, did you do any work? I'm like, nope. And they were like, well, you better do that work. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. And then like, they're like, all right, you got a month till graduation. I was like, oh, God, I'm going to do this again. I procrastinated a year. I did a whole year's worth of English, essays, reading, and tests, quizzes in one day. I did an entire year's worth of because they didn't really care. You could do it early, you can do it later. You didn't really care. I did a year's.
The Phoenix, right? Like,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I did a year's worth of English at home in one day, and they came in. They were like, "Are you sure you're gonna graduate by the time?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be fine." I came in the next day. I'm like, "Here's 7 essays. What do I do next?" And they're like, "Oh, well, you're good." And then yeah, that's how I marginally passed.
So going back to the educational system, do you think it's
Broken.
It should be.
Yes.
It's well, I mean, broken, but like, or why did he do that? Why didn't you follow how everybody else did, or how it should be?
I wasn't really happy at the time because I hated school. It was like the turning point. It's like, oh, I have to freaking start thinking about what I want to do, and it's like I've come to terms with it. I'm like, it takes time. You just gotta work at it, and nothing happens overnight. So I was like, I'll just face facts, and then, I was unemployed for a year until I finally landed a decent job.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it should be like the way it is now. It's like in America, it's what is it? Elementary school. Before that, it's kindergarten, and then elementary school, right? 1 through 5, middle school 6 through 8, and then high school
9 through 12.
9 through 12. Excuse me. I feel like it should be 1 through 5 is where you learn the fundamentals, so like basic English, basic math, all basic stuff. You know what I mean? Or even like not manners, because that should be like the freaking parents thing.
True.
Like
but sometimes
like maybe
kids don't have those.
Yeah,
values,
like maybe
you know?
like some classes on like public etiquette and stuff like
Mhm.
that, like how you should be, or how you should be like starting to act, because you're a kid. They have a little bit more freedom than adults, but then like middle school should be what do you want to start doing with your life, you know what I mean? And that's where they should start splitting it off, you know what I mean? And then high school should be, I feel apart, it should be all about, you have to know how to become a responsible adult in this society, in this economy, all that stuff. You have to buy a car or a house.
Your credit.
Pay taxes.
Pay taxes.
taxes.
I didn't learn that in school. I learned.
You don't, yeah.
My dad taught me that a year later, and I was like, oh, that's easy. It's easy.
Can you do those for me for next year?
Yeah, I'll do them. It's easy. And then college should remain the same, because college is where you go to like practice that like thing that you really want to do. And like college is like so diverse. As like they have freaking music studies, they have freaking veterinarian studies, they have freaking like all these kinds of studies that are like different, but they're all under the same roof of like one college. You know what I mean? They offer so many different courses. That's what I feel like it should be. It's like you study the basics, you start thinking about what you want to do, and then like you start going down that path, and then you regroup with a group of individuals who all learn like basic adult skills, and then you go and learn what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it should be as expensive as it is, or to get a college education, that is?
It depends on, because I feel like it should not be that expensive, because they make you pay for everything. They make you pay for classes, they make you pay for books, they make you pay for the freaking room at the college. They make you pay for parking. They make you pay for goddamn food, but even then, that's like normal, you know.
My college makes me pay a student health fee each semester, even if you will never, because it's like for like the nurses health clinic thing, because it's technically like a free clinic, you can come to it, but you have to pay a fee every semester. But even if you don't use it, they still make you pay.
Yeah, I think that's what I used to pay for Sierra College too. Like, I never went to I never knew where the whole the nurses or whatever, but I had to pay for it. So I'm like, okay.
I think I'll just have to get back in school, that way I can get semi-free healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you're. So I don't know. You're in college or, trying to do a major. You have a major.
Yeah, in veterinary technology.
Yeah. So how is from the whole educational system? What do you think about it? How is it going for you?
Well, it's going well for me just because I know how to like deal with and navigate through school. Like I don't necessarily hate it, but if I didn't have to go through school for the profession I wanted, I obviously wouldn't, you know?
Yeah.
But I just kind of like deal with it, but it's not to the point where I'm like I can't do it. And then school for me in general has always been kind of easy in a way. Like I know I have to do it, so I'm just gonna like get it done kind of thing. Especially like when going to college, and I always get the question like, oh, do you want to become like a full-on veterinarian? It's like, no, I don't want to go through another 12 years of school. So I'm gonna just stick with nurse because that's only 2 years.
Yeah.
Like they get paid way more, but it's like I can't imagine spending 12 more years of my life
in school and then school and everything.
Yeah, and doing the math, and by the time I'm out of school being 30. Like, no thank you, I can't do it.
So in that case, do you think it's kind of broken? Like, should it change how the education system works? You know, going to school for 12 years, that's insane. You know, it's like...
yes and no, because in a way I do understand, because it's like veterinarian medicine, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of needed, but 5 to 6 of the years is learning the actual material, but then they have you do 2 to 3 years worth of internships.
Okay.
Which I could see why it could be helpful. But at the same time, it's like, why 3 years of internships?
Yeah.
By the time after going through 6 years of schooling, you would think you would know everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, why add the additional 3 years to just make people suffer unless they want to do it?
And basically don't get paid for it, you know, kind of.
Yeah,
you know,
because
for internships.
Yeah, you don't get paid for it. It's not a job.
You're learning,
because you're just shadowing. Yeah.
You also took math, which you already took in high school.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too. The thing that was kind of dumb is, the community college I go to, I had to still take normal courses to be able to technically graduate from the college, because in order to get my associate's degree from the program I'm in, I have to graduate from the college too. But in order to graduate from the college, I have to take all of these courses that, in my opinion, were already like a high school equivalent level, which I've already done. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, why? And, another thing. Counselors never know what they're doing.
No, for real.
Especially there.
Oh.
I'm not going to name it, but especially there.
Yeah, oh my god.
I went there too.
Because, originally when I was first signing up for it, I was like, oh, I won't have to take a math. Because, they told me that it's already covered from high school. Which also goes to show, like, if you're offering courses that are high school equivalent, saying, oh, you don't have to do it because you've already done it in high school, why don't even offer it? Just say you're okay. Just go through your program. But they told me, you don't have to take a math. You're good. I find out last semester, because I was like, okay, I don't have to take any more courses except my major courses, so I'm on the road to graduation. Well, I already was in 14 units without the math class. But I get an email saying, we realized you haven't taken a math course yet, but you want to graduate next year, and you kind of have to do this. And I was like, what do you mean? And it was a three unit thing, so I ended up taking 17 units. Because all of my other things for the rest of the units for the rest of the semester are in the 16 and 17s.
Oh, okay.
So if they didn't tell me at that point in time before registration, because registration was 2 weeks away, if I never got that email, if there's like a mechanical error, I wouldn't have been able to graduate, and it would have been on them.
Oh, okay.
Because I wouldn't have been able to fit a math class in.
School sucks.
I know, that's crazy though.
My associate's degree would have basically been held hostage.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
See, like, if we had, going back to that structure I had earlier, you learn the basics early, that would have been a problem, because you're like, oh, did you take your tax evaluation class? You're like, yep, I did that. Or you're like, your loan acceptance class or whatever. Like, it's like, yep, I took that. It's like, did you take your home and car or home and auto or whatever like classes. Like, yep, I took all those. It's like, dude, you're perfect. Pick a major and you just do that for like 4 years, or in your case 6 years. But yeah, it's like even I get like why like high level professionals, especially like doctors, get paid a lot because it's a freaking complicated subject and you know all these things, especially like freaking surgeons. You're like, have to operate on this thing that could have like these hundreds, if not thousands, of different possibilities. You know, I understand why they go to school. Why are you charging me $2,000 to go to school when I can learn music on YouTube? When I learned how to play guitar when I was 15 on YouTube, why am I paying you $2,000 to freaking go to school and do that?
Not true.
That's why I didn't go.
That's what that low key in San Francisco when I went to college. I took all those fun classes because they were fun, and I'm like, I mean, I didn't pay because I had the whole financial aid, but I'm like, you know, I could literally easily go to YouTube and learn all this. Yeah.
But you don't, do you?
No.
And you should, kids.
And you should. YouTube is a free platform that you can use. That's how I learned to make this podcast.
Yeah, true. Like that's you see, that's why I'm like, I don't want to say like I kind of always say, hey, do this for me, but I'm like, because I know that you always go and search everything.
But it's like, if I have quit everything in the past, like maybe like, I don't know, 6 years, I've learned on the internet.
From YouTube.
I learned how to play guitar on the internet. I learned how to, like, I'm an amateur producer, but like, I can amateur produce nonetheless because I learned through extensive videos on YouTube. Maybe it wasn't efficient, but I learned nonetheless, and I didn't pay a single dime for it.
Yeah.
You brought up financial aid. That's the other thing that sucks. So I technically don't qualify because I still live with my mom and my stepdad. My stepdad's the only one that works, and he makes barely enough for me to qualify. And because I live with him, on the paperwork that I submit every time, I don't qualify for financial aid. But it's like, just because he makes the money, he doesn't give me money. I still pay for all of my book stuff. He isn't in, doesn't want to help me, so it's like I have to do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like financial aid in that sense should be based off of other situations, you know? Cause just because the person that you're living with, like a parent, is making this money doesn't mean that they're going to use it to support your, or necessarily can use it to support for school, because I have 2 other siblings and my mom.
Yeah. No, I agree, because I know I have friends that always say that, like, I barely qualify for financial aid, whatever, but they don't support me. But, you know, all of this and all that stuff, I'm like, you know, that's kind of bad. It's like on the 30. Oh, another shot? You're saying?
No.
He was like, I want this to end already.
Going back to, like, my high school, I think, like, you know, Maywood Academy, since it was, like, a national, like, the first academy, whatever, there, you know, they had a good idea, because how you were saying, like, this should be, like, categorized or whatever, and we did, you know, like, our uniforms, the blue ones, that was the whole thing, but, like, if it was a black uniform, it was for, like, IT. If it was, like, a brown, it was for, like, drama, whatever, and how, like, that was basically your profession or whatever. Like, if you wanted it for arts and whatever, you went to this part of this high school. So I'm like, I think that's how it should kind of go, you know, at least in high school, you know.
That's how you start gangs.
True. Yeah, we're repping the freaking, you know, brown shirt or whatever, you know.
Brown locks.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a good point.
One thing I feel like they also should have done in school, but like, not super strict, but it's like to teach discipline, you know what I mean? Like, something in the style of like an army, like, boot camp thing, you know what I mean? Because they had freaking physical education, but that's because freaking parents in the 2000s, they were like, our kids are getting fat. It's like, because you're freaking feeding them 8 burgers a day, you bastard.
Yeah.
I wish I did the setup before.
Yeah, it's like, but like, if they had put like maybe like a year where you like go to this person who's like trained to do all this, it's like
and that doesn't touch kids, because I mean,
yeah,
Boy Scouts, good, you know, they have good fundamentals and they taught you good stuff, but
Something you're
Yeah.
going to. Yeah.
I was in Boy Scouts.
I was in Boy Scouts.
I did. I mean, I learned a lot, but now I forget it.
No, but I mean, like, like that level to
Yeah.
learn to teach discipline, you know, because I
Yeah.
feel like that's why a lot of like you see a lot of like high school dropouts and stuff like that because they don't have discipline. It's like back in my day, discipline is because you were freaking, you had people left and right and listening to the army, like, because that's what all your friends did in back in the day. Is like now it's not a thing that you have to do stuff like that. You know, it's like it's something just to teach discipline, like a class where it's like, not a military class, but like
Maybe even karate. I went
Yeah.
to karate.
yeah,
and-
something like that, just to
Yeah.
teach discipline to people.
That's
maybe.
why I say they should incorporate. I mean, they had wrestling programs, right?
Mhm.
All this stuff, the extracurricular activities, like there's a lot of programs that have been cut off from high schools and stuff like that. That the wrestling, dude, I think that was a great discipline. But I would love to incorporate like cage fighting in there. You know, like MMA. Yeah, it could go the wrong way and it can make kids more violent. But martial arts tend to actually put you in
Maybe
line.
not like a martial art. Well, yes, martial art, but like more like a self defense for everybody.
Mhm.
Like, to teach yourself, to teach yourself to be more disciplined, and to also teach like a valuable life skill, like protect yourself, protect your friends, all that stuff. Like, you know.
And I bet you less kids would come shooting up school.
Yeah,
and
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't have to worry about when I was freaking homeschooled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going to homeschool, what do you guys think about homeschool? Is it? Do you think it's good or?
It's
is it
great. It's easy as hell.
I've never been homeschooled, so.
And I think I'm the only one who's been.
I know. I think for me it's just like I've never been homeschooled, but I think you should be going to talk to people. You know, you cannot be at home the whole time.
Yeah, I understand that. It's like these are your years to socialize, to
Yeah.
make friends. That's one thing. If I could go back, is I would be more extroverted, like
Mhm.
how I am now. At least like, because I used to care a lot about what people think.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, oh man, it's like, why do I look the way I look? And it's like, I'm like this. Oh, my voice cracks. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. Oh, I'm fat. I'm
I
all
have
this.
to speak
Yeah.
like this in my podcast
If-
because
Yeah, if I could go back to the class and some like I didn't get bullied, but like I was always self-conscious. If I
Yeah.
could go back, I'd be like, I would have like
let's go.
yeah, I would probably be in a band right now because
Man, I'm still self-conscious. I bring myself down all the time. I like it though.
oh, okay, well
Yeah, I like it.
as long as you like it.
It makes me humble.
Yeah. So I think it was a good topic. We could do this like later on for like educational wise because we didn't actually go with the whole educational
Yeah.
system and salaries, teacher salaries.
I
but-
ranted a bit, but
Yeah.
well,
No,
That's
it was good. Yeah,
It's what it's about.
yeah. But I think like I know he's like just shut up and just anyway,
End it all!
ended already.
Yeah, guy.
I know. But I think we should, like like always say, like I think teachers should get paid more.
And entertainers and all that should get paid less because
Yes.
they're
Wait,
providing a
that's-
service.
wait.
No.
We're entertaining right now.
Well,
But
true.
we ain't getting paid. Where's
True.
our money?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, entertainers should get paid less.
No, but he has a good point going back to school because nowadays kids are like, nah, I don't want to do this because I could post a video on TikTok and I could be
Yeah.
famous and
Mhm.
get money, and they're talking about crap. I like watching Vanderpump Rules.
Of
Like,
course you
freaking-
do.
Like how como dices stupid como las Kardashians o lo que veo
Trash TV.
trash TV. I like watching trash TV because it's entertaining. You don't.
Who doesn't
You-
like a little Jersey Shore now? and
True. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I hate it.
But it's like I like watching Jersey
It's
Shore,
disgusting.
but it's like they getting paid millions.
They're
I'm
getting
like,
paid millions.
and they
they're
don't-
doing something
They're
right.
doing something. I mean, but it's like they don't teach us anything.
Yeah.
They don't,
Yeah.
but it's,
But it's like they should somehow correct it, as in like teachers should get paid more than them.
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
But
too,
you
know?
support them watching them?
I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like I
It's
like
because
it. I think
because
it's entertaining
it-
and whatever.
It's easy entertainment because if everybody, I think it's because a lot of people are like, I have to freaking like, you don't have to take a course to understand the stupid TV show.
Yeah.
It's like if
Yeah.
science was so like popular, or if science was say like there's a show called Science or something. It's like on the same network as Jersey Shore. Nobody would tune into Science. Everybody would tune into Jersey Shore because it's easy to watch.
Well, I mean, like Bill Nye was at
sex
EDC,
and violence to it.
Yeah, but I mean, how far can you go before you're like you make another
Something
reality
yeah.
TV show about that? But it's like it's easy to watch.
But yeah,
There's no value in it. There's no like.
Yeah.
You can't learn anything.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I know, like, I'm freaking watching them. But technically, it's illegal because the whole channel is illegal, so I'm not technically watching.
What?
But
Hey, you
yeah.
just confessed on national television.
But low-key, no. But yeah, like, you know, I do I don't want to say support, but
sexual relations with
Yeah,
that
you
woman.
but like I watch those and I'm whatever. But it's like I think they should get paid less than.
Shout out
They
to
don't
American Horror
because you
Story.
keep watching them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you say should change if you don't change.
Well, that's true. That's true. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to like speak about that. Like they should get paid less. People could watch them because they're entertainers, but they should get paid less. They should not get famous more. But I still watch them. But how I watch how we go to events, festivals. Entertain. Those are entertainers too.
Well, I feel like those are different entertainers too. The ones on TV, like that do dumb.
But they're still entertainers technically.
They're still entertainers, but it's dumb, and you don't feel any excitement from it. It's like you just watch it and
have you seen Mom? She's been she's yelling at the door like, "What are you doing, Vanderpump?"
Yeah, but it's like it just occupies a space. You know what I mean? It doesn't like fill you up. It doesn't create these amazing memories.
I think
like,
that's
dude,
acting.
this one
Making you think it's real, but it's fucking acting.
Oh, it is acting. Yeah. I know it's acting.
It's because like the difference between
La Rosa de Guadalupe.
Yeah. But I'm like, it's good to watch.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't like watching.
I like watching.
You don't like watching it?
No.
That's awesome.
I know.
The first time I actually heard them watching it at work, it was going off, and it was that scene when the wind blows and all that, right? But hey, tell me why, right? As I was in there sweeping, because I was a janitor at the time. I was in there sweeping in the break room, and they're watching this at the time, and I hear that little song come on, oh, right? And I'm looking around like, you watching Avatar? I'm all, Aang, are you here? I swear, dude, I was looking for Avatar: The Last Airbender. But no, it was freaking Rosa de Guadalupe.
That's my vagina name.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's what it should be because they, YouTube is good what's it called? Like have your mind off of work, whatever. You could do this. You guys play video games. Mm-hmm. It's fine. But
like it should
should teachers' education should be focused more on than other stuff.
It should be be right entertainment because dumb entertainment like that is it's the same. People are always comparing professional football players to professional video game players. Mm-hmm. It's like why he's like you can't pay someone to play video games professionally. He's like people play video games all day. He's like you just do it normally. He's like so why don't you just play football normally? He's like oh because I'm not good at it. He's like I'm not good at video games. They're good at it. I don't want to watch them play. Mm-hmm. It's like it's competition, that kind of entertainment. Then there's music entertainment. Yeah. They create art that's valuable a lot to people. Is so many people connect to it. Trash TV is how freaking Fernando said. It's worthless.
It is worthless. But low-key, I like it.
That's why, see?
For trash people. You know what's not
for trash people? Like me. Like doing this podcast. And getting views and getting hopefully paid. Or advertisement. And getting money.
One day.
And then getting money.
Dude, but I bet you anything if we get money, we'll change.
We'll change. Yeah.
I know I will, dude. I'll be probably the one catching court cases. Because I know what I'd be doing with my money.
And then, you see... And then the whole media will be focused on him, and then we're still gonna get money because Joe's doing all that stuff. You see?
Yeah. Go up and...
And then we support you because we're getting money. And just do what you're doing.
I feel like that's why people don't like trash TV until they're on trash TV. They're like, I have a newfound respect for this. This is paying for my house, my car, and my family. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life now. I hope everybody watches it.
You see, that's where I'm trying to go, because like people actually, like kids, well not kids, but teenagers or whatever, they have freaking mansions already. They're like, they have mansions and everything, and they're just talking in YouTube, whatever. It's like, that's why I always like, dude, let's do this, because
Most
it's
of them
like
are
so
obnoxious
easy.
little brats.
Yeah, but I'm like, they're smart because they do that.
Not if they freaking learn discipline first. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
If they had learned discipline first, they could be like, they could be funny, they could be loved on the internet, and they could be like a proper human being, not like a disgrace.
But you see, but if they were, I want devil's advocate again, but if they were taught right, they would not do the videos that they're doing, and they would not get paid more, and not get
like
the whole
laugh at inappropriate
Yeah.
moments. Yeah.
Because they're like, I don't care, I never got taught this way or whatever, and they get views because of that, you know. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like going back to education, like they should not get paid hella like more like than like teachers, you know. So I think
we're way past
the 30 minutes.
Yeah, we were aiming for 30 minutes, but
I mean, we could go on and on about education.
Yeah, we could. Maybe it's a topic we save for another time.
But it was a good one. So
yeah.
Maybe we'll do a part 2 to this one.
Part 2, yeah.
Education part 2.
Yeah. With more facts and stuff.
Yeah.
With my tia Lupe.
Talk about dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah, I love dinosaurs. Yeah, me too.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
The T-Rex. No, not really. I like the Loch Ness Monster.
Love T-Rex.
Mine was a plesiosaur.
the
plesiosaur.
Yeah.
The
water one. No. The long neck flippers.
Yeah.
Underwater.
It looks like the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
But it's
plesiosaur.
Parasaurolophus for life. I know, Ankylosaurus.
Dude, yeah, the armored ones with the spikes.
I like the pterodactyls, and then the one with the big necks. I forgot what the eating.
Which ones? There's 2 of them. There's 2 main ones.
The ones that eat the leaves.
There's 2 of them.
Well,
there's one named after one of your favorite DJs.
So name
Diplo.
another one.
Diplodocus.
Yeah.
Another one.
Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus. That one.
And brontosaurus too, right?
I believe brontosauruses are fake.
Okay.
I believe brontosauruses are like. I think somebody like mixed up the bones or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I think one of those are fake.
But if you ask me, it's like with kids that went to school and they grew up with Pluto being a planet. To me, Pluto's still a planet, dude. Mm-hmm. It's no moon. I don't care. It's a planet.
It's a dwarf.
I thought it was or
it's still a planet, but it's a dwarf planet.
Okay.
It's just considered smaller because it's just so small.
I think we should go and like how, what is it? Tesla has the whole thing.
Yeah.
We could go to Pluto.
It's relativity, because like a dwarf planet to a moon is like, holy crap, that's just a bigger moon. But like to us, it's like, oh, that's just a small moon. You know what I mean? It's like it depends.
We should talk about planets after.
Yeah. All
right. So thank you for hearing our combo and our shenanigans.
You
That's
guys
it.
are the best.
You guys are the best. Our 3 followers. You guys are the best.
3 followers.
I'm one of them.
I'm the second.
I'm the 3rd one.
Oh Jesus!
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Round of applause just for us.
It's okay. That's what I told them. Like it's.
Dude, if you follow us, we'll do a meet and greet right now. How's it going?
How's
How's it going?
Can
Nice
I
to
get
meet
your
you.
signature? Can I
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
Okay.
How's it going? Nice to
A
meet you.
picture, please.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, we should do that though.
What, meet and greets?
We should do a
No
shout
one
out to
show-
like in Lincoln, and then nobody shows up.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh. Wait. Okay.
Alright.